You're now tuned into STWF-TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great 3, 4, 5-day weekend, however you partake. But welcome to the Parlay Perspective. We got the crew hanging in here tonight. We got Chili Will in the building.
What's good?
And we got the jiggity Jake. He's in video game mode, but he's in the house.
Hey, it's that day. It's that NCAA day. We all in video game mode, man.
How's y'all's weekend, brothers?
It's cool, relaxing. Well, cool is the absolute opposite word of what it was. It was melting hot here. It probably was nothing for you, being Texas man. Let's go! Sorry, USA just scored. Let's fucking go. Tillman's a beast.
I told you, bro.
1-1.
I told you.
It's 21. Damn,
21. Let's go, Tillman. All right, back to the show. It was so hot.
Heavy faith.
It was so. The funny thing is, you want to know what's funny? What I was talking about wasn't sports related. What I interrupted with was sports related. It's the whole thing. But yeah, man, it was hot up here. It's cooler now though. We're chilling, and we're ready to get this show on the way.
Absolutely. Jiggity Jake was on the pit on the 1s and 2s this weekend.
Say what?
This guy.
He barbecued this weekend for those.
Oh yeah,
those from the suburbs.
Yeah, I was throwing it down. I went on ahead, seasoned them up the right way, just like my friends on the pod have taught me how to do it the right way. I'm back after a 2-week hiatus. It was a great weekend of fun. I was at my grandma's on the weekend, all by myself. It was just me, my uncle, my grandma, and my own little family, and we had a good old time.
Gotcha. And let's not forget the last, but not least, Meadow Watch.
What's going on? Just trying to get my headphones to crack, so I'll be on video in a second.
Already, brother. Take your time. But yeah, man. The weather was fairly decent. Will I was able to partake in something somewhat of a beach this weekend. Sit out, watch the Gulf of Mexico, chill with my family and stuff.
Okay,
it's all good.
Look at you in Texas having beaches.
Something like that. And not as nice as y'all's. But man, so let's go ahead and get into the elephant in the room. You know, when we first came on the show, Will was already, man, I'm pissed off. We down 1-0.
Yeah, we're down 2-1 now. They just scored again. We're down 2-1.
Are you serious?
Down 2-1.
Ain't that a bitch?
At this rate, I can't do the show. I'm out of here.
I'll be real with y'all, man. This is the World Cup finale for your boy tonight. If USA does lose, I'm being like Will right now, but in a different way. Will probably still watch a game or two. Me, I'm done if the USA loses tonight.
So, what do y'all think about? So, what do y'all think about my man getting a red card initially, having to sit out, and then your boy said, I called him up, told him they didn't let him play.
Bro, he needs to shut the fuck up, bro. That's crazy. Only him taking like credit for that is like Mondani taking credit for the Knicks winning right now. Like it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, first of all, they shouldn't have gave us the red card. It was a bad call. And not just a bad call, it was uncharacteristic for this tournament. Look, I'm down with if you have bad calls, have them across the board, like whatever, you just making bad calls all the time. But up until that point, the only time that the VAR system had actually changed the call was like one other time. And it wasn't for a red card. They literally, the VAR got it wrong because they got to see it again and they got it wrong. And they changed the call on the field when the whole tournament, all they've been doing is upholding the call on the field. And on the field, it wasn't called a red card. So all VAR has been doing is upholding. And then this one, they actually get proactive and give us a red card, which means he misses the next game, our best goal scorer. So that was one set of bullshit. The other part of bullshit was, I'm not gonna lie, and this is a counterintuitive to my team. They shouldn't have reversed it because it looks corrupt. What are you doing? Why would you reverse? The way shit goes is once it's called by VAR, like in the rule book, it says there's no appeal process because the VAR is considered your appeal.
That's the wild part of all of it. The VAR is like on the red card, and that was kind of what I was like mad at. I was mad at the fact that, and now you made me understand that the VAR is basically like the appeal on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but instead you don't get that
in game right there, instant. Yep.
Yeah, you don't get that. In terms of the Prez, doing his thing on it, I mean, whatever. But I kind of felt like even if he didn't make that call at some point, it was gonna be reversed. And like Will said, like all time you haven't called one. You called one there to, I guess, I don't know. Maybe he was trying to make the game less competitive. Maybe he was trying to give Belgium the win. Belgium felt a different way. Maybe they thought they was gonna give USA the win. Because you heard the Belgium coach kind of going wild about it, in the Belgium team, like, he should not be playing. But no, I'm happy that he's playing. I'm happy that for how the World Cup's been, we don't want to hear that, oh, the USA's missing this guy. This is why they lost. We don't want to hear that. So President T had a little bit to do with it and little thought. Shout out to him, but we know people are going to hate him, whatever he does anyway. He can come jump in a fight, and they're going to hate him. So
he got to stop taking credit for shit he got nothing to do with. That's like his go-to move, bro. Like, you ain't say shit. Ain't nothing you said had anything to do with anything. And if you did, shut your dumb ass up.
Other than that, World Cup been busting. World Cup's been fire. We got some great round of 16 games going on. One particularly right now, U.S. Belgium. Thoughts on any other games from the World Cup that you fellas seen? I'll go with it. Cape Verde, man, of course, was the top notch of the weekend, though they was in defeat. Great game against Argentina. Took the champs down about a couple minutes left in the extra time before penalty shots and couldn't make it there. Shout out to Argentina, the defending champs, for playing hard. Shout out to Cape Verde all the way for just being competitive in all the games that they played. Cities the size of Rhode Island. If anybody knows Rhode Island and the numbers there, that's pretty much Cape Verde. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a place, and they definitely came out, shouted out, saluted, and came the ball out. Yesterday's game kind of crazy too. In the game earlier, man, Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo, last game on the Portuguese national team announced his retirement, as well as Neymar after a loss yesterday against England. That England-Brazil game was wild too. He announces his retirement from national football. Of course, you get to see the lovely ladies during the World Cup, the lovely people during the World Cup. They say Cape Verde has some of the finest women in the world. That's the rumor. And you can't find a lot of them, but you can find a lot of them in Massachusetts.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, big Cape Verde, big Cape Verde. One of my close homies growing up, Cape Verde.
Yep, definitely. It's crazy because if you look up the Jim Jones, in them podcasts, they speak on like Cape Verdeans, and they're like, yeah, we don't even know where they at. You know what I'm saying? And somebody has let them know it's Massachusetts. That's where you find them. You know what I'm saying? So come through to the Bean, come through to Brockton, come through to Rhode Island.
Heavy in Brockton.
Heavy.
So tonight we got Portugal and Spain as well.
That was earlier
Portugal,
today. Spain won that game. Portugal is eliminated. Cristiano Ronaldo, that is his hopefully, for the love of God, his last appearance in the World Cup. I think he's 41. He'd be 45 next time. So, yeah, he's probably done unless he really decides to come and play a bench role at 45. Not impossible, but just not likely. And he probably should go off into the sunset. He already held this team back. He's a great player still. Oh, well, no, he's not. But he's a great player. But, there's guys on that team who are young and ready to go, and they can't get on the field because this motherfucker motherfucker wants to get,
Yeah, he said he's 1,000% sure he's done.
and he can't even beat Messi. See, he's not even on Mbappe or anyone else's level. The greatest of all time, but overall career, not even the greatest of his era.
What do you think about the exit of Brazil out of the World Cup?
God bless
So
America.
that was Brazil's deal coming in, is that Brazil is always considered like one of the top teams. I think they might have either the most or one of like the highest amount of World Cup wins. Brazil is historically great, and they just haven't been lately. Some of their key guys, one of their best guys, Neymar just hasn't been
himself.
Quite himself. He's also been hurt. He hasn't really actually played for them since 2023. He scored in the last game, but on a penalty kick. Yeah, they just didn't have it. Like they have talent, but I don't know what's going on with that team. They're just not themselves, and I think they lost to a better team. Not talent-wise, but they lost to a better team, man.
The only one on Brazil that I really felt like showed up was Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny's showing up the whole.
Vinny's always showing up. He's a beast. Yeah. But even Vinny, I've had guys who love soccer tell me that if Vinny had Neymar's mindset, he'd be fucking unstoppable. But he doesn't go in, I guess, with enough like killer instinct or confidence like that, even though he is confident in his game. But yeah, Vinny's nasty though.
But this dude right here, Haaland, is unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
I told people coming into this, watch out.
This dude's a monster right here. The way he dominated the game was crazy. Go, Jake. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, the game was close. I went and saw a movie. I went to a pizza place afterwards. Right as soon as this game started, watched the first 50 minutes, went home, and they still hadn't scored or done nothing. And then right when you think, dang, dude, just everything's worn out. These guys have all put it out there by now. We're probably going to see something in extra time. This guy scores off a header. It was unbelievable. And then a couple minutes go by, and he gets another goal. I'm like, he's got 7 goals. He's going for the golden boot. I was talking to Will about it. He was like, and he missed the game? He could be in the lead right now. He could be in the lead right now for goals scored. He's unbelievable, man. This is
so for the first time ever, there's 3 guys in the World Cup with 7 goals. Okay, it's unprecedented. That's a lot of goal scoring from 3 people. He's one of them, and Mbappe's the leader in the Golden Boot competition because he also has 2 assists. And then Messi, for some reason, has 7 goals at the age of 38. Unbelievable. But yeah, man, Haaland, bro, the guy you had up there before, that's the one I was telling you, Coach. That is Viking Megatron right there. That like he is 6'5".
And a huge dude. I saw him.
Yo, he's 6'5". He only weighs 207 because he only has to weigh 207 for this sport. It's better to be lean. But he's 6'5", 207, fast as hell, talented as hell. Had he been playing football since he was young, we'd be talking about the great white hype at receiver.
This guy, he's a Viking. He's scared of him.
Yeah, they roll the boats before they get in there, and it's just so that he can get there. He's, you know what I mean? But yeah, Mbappe is the man. Shout out to Mbappe too.
As teams still in it, Argentina was the number 1 ranked team. Spain still in it. The number 2 team, France still in it. Number 3, England at number 4. Portugal and Brazil is out. Morocco is still alive. I believe they played France. So they are at 7. Netherlands, Belgium is number 9. Germany, who's been eliminated, is number 10, and that's kind of how it is. The United States, before the tournament, sat at number 17. It's good that they're in this spot tonight. 16, they just made the cut. If you say all the best 16 teams are in this round, they were one of the best 16 coming into the tournament. So this has been a hell of a tournament, man. And like I said, I'd be done after the USA game if they lose, but that doesn't count for what it's been. And it's still some games to go. And you got, like Will saying, you got kind of your best athletes in this situation. And that's kind of what you want in all sports. You want the best guys to be in the situation. You don't want a Indiana OKC series that turns into superstars. You want those superstars already there. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope for the sport. It's dope for America to finally get their eyes on something and continue to just be on the soccer wave. Just don't make it every sport.
Yeah.
We about to say, Will?
I forget, but it's just been a fun tournament to watch. Like Mike says, probably the best tournament in sports. Yeah, it's been real fun, man.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. not Jake thinking the Netherlands can go all the way and they get packed up first elimination.
Oh no. I'll tell you what I betted. I'll tell you when I bet with the first half's over. Dale said I made a bet, but yeah, I did, Dale. But I'll tell you what bet I made at halftime. So I'll find out when it's halftime and I'll let y'all know.
All right, fellas, little basketball time. All-star selections, playoff projections coming up. Anybody been keeping up with that?
Absolutely keeping up with that. The All-Star selections, seemed like there was a lot of favoritism in a sense, but not really. I mean, the WNBA ballot is probably just as worse as the NBA ballot. But if you compare to both leagues, of course, the NBA is probably superior to the WNBA. Yes, heard a few people shouting in regards to it. Shout out to Caitlin Clark becoming an All-Star, along with Kelsey Mitchell. You hear girls like Angel Reese saying, why is there not an Atlanta Dream player on the starting roster of the All-Star game? I believe Jessica Shepard from the Wings got a starting All-Star spot, along with Paige Beckers. Shout out to our mighty Wings. Covered in play All-Star spots. That is an achievement. That is dope if you become an All-Star. So it's all coming around stream, man. And the WNBA is continuing to, try to boost their ratings. Though, there's been a little center block that's been holding it back the last few weeks. In particular, the Caitlin Clark incident with Alicia Thomas, where basically she just tried to choke her out, which I don't call for that type of behavior in any league. And not only Caitlin, but all stars definitely should be protected. And people say, oh, well, this happened last year and all that. People got to realize this league's building up. Some of this stuff's going to stop being called and all that, and people can't get mad at it because as the game evolves, different stuff's going to happen. And one thing that truly can't happen is a player on the court, being, I don't even know what it was, man. It wasn't a basketball play. But you got your Lynx still the top team in the WNBA. Great thing. Collier still hasn't played yet. You got these Wings right here. They are in the fourth spot or fifth spot, I believe, in the WNBA. Good couple games for them. Paige got to go back and visit along with Ozzy Flood. Connecticut, probably the last time they'll play there because the Connecticut Sun's moving to Houston next year. Great win the other day, and also a great win yesterday. A great ass whooping, giving it to the Temple yesterday. So Dallas is maintaining their stance, maintaining the fall. They're in the middle of the pack in terms of the standing top teams in the league. And let's continue to see the growth of the team. And the trade deadline's coming up. So hopefully none of these names get traded. One particular, Erica Enrique, she's suggested probably on the trading block, supposedly rumors and all that. So if a move looks good, maybe she's on the run, but I didn't hear about any other wings that could be traded. Shout out to this lady right here, Audra. I believe she's been out with some injuries. Got a new sneaker coming out. It looks fire as hell. Blowing all the ladies out in the sneaker game for sure. Brianna, hell of a game in the Commissioner's Cup. The Commissioner's Cup was all right, but they came out with the concept, the same concept as they came out with the concept first before the NBA started doing it, and it's every year it's kind of been the Aces and Liberty. I guess those are the best two teams, and it's good marketing. But I didn't enjoy this battle between two teams. I mean, obviously, a bunch of Aces were hurt. The Liberty took advantage. Liberty looks heading all over the Eastern Conference. The record man not sure right now, but this team at some point is gonna roll, and it's not gonna be a good fight. Sabrina Donsu got to come up. She's been struggling a little bit, but they got pieces to back up. Caitlin, of course. Injuries. Derailing, but still picking up numbers. Still picking up the stats and picking the numbers, dealing with some things in Indiana. Indiana all around has some great players. They have great talent. And maybe a lot of people thought that Caitlin was walking in. Obviously, yeah, it's probably the new face, but probably the most talent on that team. They have hella talent on that team. And it's good that Caitlin added to that. They got to get it together. Maybe the coach is on the time clock. She should be. But in the end, it's kind of a ran organization where they always have the final say. I don't know, man. There has to be a change. And I'm not saying because of Caitlin. It's because they kind of old school, man. And they're not adapting to the new game. MVP. She'll be back soon, as I mentioned. The links are rolling still. Olivia Miles, MVP candidate, Rookie of the Year, locked. I'm going to say it right now. I don't really care how many games they all left. Lock. It's a lock. And if she comes back and they continue to roll, watch out, Western Conference. He might be back on some stuff, man. But the Lynx are definitely missing her, but they're holding it down, definitely. And that young girl with the fro, never get your hair braided. Keep the fro.
Two, straight out the dome. Appreciate you, brother, on the WNBA insight.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
let's get Will up in here now. Got a little NBA basketball to talk, and particularly Jake's Phoenix Suns. Say again?
I've been 2 feet out for WNBA lately.
What are these bums in the news for?
Well, just look for an update on them. You know, some teams are making moves out there, Jake.
Yeah. All I know is Devin Booker changed his number. That's all I got.
What did he change it to?
Number
15.
15.
What a weirdo.
Thank God I never bought a Devin Booker jersey.
Not yet. Go get you one, Jake.
No, I don't get jerseys for this reason. That's why I go to the sites to get my jerseys.
Nah, they know all these jersey sales. Like I said this a long time ago, man. Some guys, some teams need a jersey change of their star player. I guess if Booker ain't gonna leave Phoenix, change his number because that can kind of lead to some more sales of your jersey with your name in the back. I mean, I can change his number to a 15 in memory. His father's still alive, but in memory of his father's career, his father wore number 15.
That's cool.
Hey,
his
look,
father had a big old thing about had a big old like commercial or like a big old social media Instagram post where he was basically changing his number.
Man, I'm glad you said something like that too, because I'm glad Devin Booker wants to be a Phoenix Sun for life. Because if he left, we'd be like a 16-win team.
He might be a 16 team.
I'm gonna be real with you. And shout out to Devin Booker for being a lifer. But I feel like it'll make Houston a lot better. I feel like, when you're hanging around with one guy for so long, you're just stuck there. And now, like I said, Devin Booker's not a bad basketball player. He's not.
He's great.
He's really good. Bucket.
But
Fucking bucket.
sometimes you might need a change. But he's committed to Phoenix. And that's dope. Regardless if they win, lose some seasons or whatever, he's committed to this team. He doesn't cut no shorts for this basketball team, and that's the type of player I like.
That's how he should have changed his jersey, like his number by changing teams. He should have left.
I mean, eventually Phoenix will probably say, "Hey, we're going to send you somewhere. We're not going to send you to the dirt, but we'll try to send you to a contender, son." But Devin kind of has to write off on that in a sense.
Hey, we need a shooting guard.
For real.
Could you imagine if we traded for Booker after getting rid? The fucking world would collapse. The sports world would lose their mind.
We riot. Jake, predictions. Are y'all gonna make any moves?
It's gonna rain.
Oh no, I think we made all the moves we was gonna make, which wasn't much, but yeah, no, I really ain't got. No, there's no moves to really make. I think they're going to ride with the roster that they got. They went for a cheaper contract with Luke Kennard. He's basically the same thing as Grayson Allen, just less dirty. I think
less defense too.
Getting Miles Bridges was interesting because I feel like we need some defense on the team, and he is a below-average defender. But he can score, and I mean, if you're not going to be able to play any kind of defense, at least get some buckets for us while you're on the court. But other than that, as long as the team stays healthy, because they proved last year, even when not healthy, they're still an above 500 team, which shocked the hell out of me. I didn't think we were even going to be a chance for the playoffs. But no, I think we made better moves. I like where we're going coaching wise as an organization. I think we finally found a coach we can rock with. And ceiling, fifth seed, floor, worst team in the league.
You still got the Pelicans out there.
Speaking of Phoenix, they kind of been airline to possibly going to get a veteran point guard. Hearing reports of possibly Drew Holiday services probably being welcomed. I don't know if that's going to be through Portland giving him up or a trade. There's been rumors in Phoenix that though he's a good player and he had an up and down season last year, but some bright spots. Jalen Green may be somebody on the block, and it's because of the money. And kind of win now moves for them. Watch out for that.
When they didn't end up making a move for John Morant, I said we're not going to make any other kind of move because I feel like that was on their marquee to try to get. And since they didn't get him, they're probably just going to ride with what they got. And I can be completely open to a Drew Holiday move. I think he's a great point guard, even with age on him.
He's 1,000.
So is Mike Conley, and that's going to be one of your starting guards next year at some point.
No, he's definitely not starting. I don't know what.
Someone's going to get injured, and he'll be your starting point guard. You watch.
That doesn't make him a starter. That means he will be starting in a spot for someone hurt.
Starter. That means you're starting. That means you're a starter.
No, doesn't mean you a starter. It means you started the game. Anyways, he's not. And also, you don't want Drew. Drew's a waste, although they could move him, and I guess it could help your team because he does play defense and he can be a point guard, which is kind of all you need from that spot. But his shooting will definitely get in the way because he is not a great shooter anymore. Listen, Jake, your team is always on the cusp for a move because I don't know that Jalen Green is long term there. Like, I don't think that's going to be something.
I don't think he is either.
So that means you're always up for another move. We'll see how that plays out.
So Toaster,
they're gonna end up letting Booker play point most of the time though anyway. So I'm not really.
He's been doing that for a little bit.
He's a lifer now.
Also, didn't y'all re-sign Gillespie though?
We did.
That is your point guard. The kid's nasty.
He is great. I became a believer last year. I'm like, why is this kid getting so much playing time? Then I start watching the stats. I'm like, okay, now I see why he's here.
Tookster. LeBron James is gone. Hachimura is gone to the Clippers. Y'all talking about bringing in Kuminga. You traded Aiden for Hardy. And you got Kessler and the Blockbuster, and you got Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton. And you signed Reeves to a large extension. What are your Lakers going to be looking like next year?
Really, really white chocolate. Besides all that, I'm a Lakers fan, and I can't wait to see this team only because of the guy that departed, and that's LeBron. A couple negatives and positives going in. Negatives is that maybe we're not as good as we was last year. And that's a real negative I've been having the last few days just because of where we're at. But the construction is soon over, basically. I said we've been under construction. Now the construction is finally right, and now it's Luka Land. Luka Land has finally been built on as of like July 1st. So I like that. That's the positive here. The positive is here we're going to see a team that's rounded around Luka and kind of moves that they probably talked to Luka about and he kind of okayed them. I'm anxious to see what they look like, man. But at the end of the day, I'm a Lakers fan, man. I think we're gonna compete. It all depends on how the $130 million man performs, and that's Kessler. He's a guy that's been on the Lakers' radar for about a year now, trying to find to get him, and the only way they could get him because Utah didn't want to give him up for nothing was let him walk and let somebody else sign him for all that money. So the money scares me, but if he's the defensive guy he is and can do some things, then that's the overturn for the team there. I feel better. But it all, I feel like, depends on him. Luka's going to slow the game down a lot, so I'm not worried about him. But going down, you got some counter pieces, and you have to hoop. The Western Conference is hard as hell already, man. And one thing I know we all going to do is give up 100 points every game because our defense is good. But we got some guys on the perimeter off the bench that can spark that and provide some good defense. We got Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes. Those guys be up. So You got some defensive guys, but overall the team, Rui gone. Shout out to Ian gone. Braun gone, and I wish the best for him. And it's the new regime. Construction is now closed. I can take off my hard hat. Let's get ready to play some Lakers basketball.
Okay. Celtic Bravo. Got anything to chime in on that?
In terms of the Lakers, look, they're in transition. They're at the beginning. Well, they've been trying to make moves. He has Austin Reeves. When Austin Reeves is hot, he's a walking bucket, and that's a perfect fit next to Luka. Not a lot of defense between the two of them, so they're gonna have to figure that out on the back end. They got Sexton off the bench, so whenever one of them goes off the bench, they have another scorer coming in. So they'll be in a lot of games. Luka's going to keep you in a lot of games, especially if you give him other scorers who can actually and shooters and stuff like that. So I don't hate what they're doing. There's not going to be – they're not on a championship run this year, though. Neither are my Celtics. So it's going to be a fascinating year for both of our franchises.
And speaking of the Celtics, brother.
Yeah.
How you feeling about
look, we got hosed on a trade. That's our fault. But at the same time, the plan really was, I think it was a combination of like the office kind of started to sour. Definitely the ownership, but maybe even the office kind of soured on Brown for whatever reasons. We can get into that some other time. We actually talked about it on the Rival Show, I believe. But that being said, it became a contract move. Paul George won't be here very long, probably one season. He'll probably take the option, and then we'll try to trade him after that, which will be a $50 million expiring contract. So anybody who wants to get out from under other contracts will trade for that contract because it's a big contract and it will be expiring. But that'll be not next year. That'll be the year after. So we're going to have him for a year. Look, when Paul George is good, he's good, but he's hurt a lot and he'd be running out of gas, especially in the playoffs. So we're not looking at a team right now that's looking to go compete for a championship next year. Got some first round, but I also don't think we're done. We keep seeing ideas floating about Murphy from the Pelicans or just picking off whatever good players they may have left, dying on that terrible franchise. We'll see how that plays out. But I don't think our moves are done. But Brad, I don't know, man. Like, people love Brad. I love Brad, but I don't think this move was on him. I think this was an ownership move. Very similar to Luka. Not as crazy as Luka's, but close. Not far off. Because you can make a case we actually have. With Luka, you can be like, well, we didn't see a championship. We have one with Brown, so it is a Finals MVP. So it's close, man. But Celtics, I don't think we're done. And if we are, well, next season is going to be 6th seed, first round exit.
Okay.
Maybe second round. But look for Tatum if he stays healthy. Look for Tatum to be in the MVP conversation by himself now, and he's mad.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will, did you watch that interview? Did you watch the press conference today?
I did not catch the press conference today.
I can't hear. Hold on, let me log back in. I can't hear.
So, free up money with Paul George after next year. So y'all kind of like in a transition time, not necessarily a rebuild.
It's a transition. It's kind of a rebuild around just Tatum now, but like the most of the rebuild like is there. Like Pritchard's probably gonna stay. Derek White will probably move eventually, but maybe not right now. And it's closer to a rebuild, man. It's close.
I think, honestly, be real with you, I don't think it's a rebuild move. I mean, Paul George is Paul George. He's 30-something years old, but I still not saying he can provide what Jalen provides, but he can give you a good bootleg. You're not asking him to go out there and score 25. I think the Celtics, what they did this year, obviously they want to try to grow a new set of legs. The press conference today, Brad Stevens said this was a money move, which we all assumed that. The GM of the team immediately said this was a basketball move because at the end of the day, the Celtics are going to be stuck with that cash money. And I say this, any owner that's trying to go to a new team, especially all these guys that can't or don't know basketball, they're trying to kind of salvage salary, trying to get boosted back so they can do some things, you know what I'm saying, to better the team. I don't think that was good for the team, but long term, maybe it will. But I mean, a little short-term, a little constructive.
What Celtics ownership was looking at, picking up a new team, is you're over the first and second tax apron, so you're already paying extra taxes for this team. And now I think they looked at it as Brown is making $50+ million a year. We're even with the 28 points per game last year, carrying the team while Tatum was out. Even with that, if you look at the advanced analytics, like, we are not a plus team when he's on the court. In fact, when it's just him on the court, we're in the minus. When they're both on the court, we're in the plus. When it's just Tatum, we're even higher than we are with just Brown. Way higher than we are with just Brown. Then also, if you look at his usage rate and all that stuff, like, I know it's a lot of advanced numbers. You see all the equations over my head and whatever. But, like, the truth is, it's like he's not as plus a player as people think he is. And I think the trade market kind of drying up for him or not getting what we wanted proves that. Because there's no reason if he is the finals MVP like he is, and he is a champion and everyone views him this way, why wasn't he traded for 3 or 4 first rounders? It's because the league doesn't view him that way. So it was too much money to be paying a guy. You're basically paying him like he's a number 1, and he's not. He's a number 2, and you got to move on. So it's a money move, like I said. And I know people saying it's a basketball move. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Also, I'd like to point out this year we're going to be really watching the young guys that we've been drafting. Hugo is going to have himself a year. I can't wait to see what Hugo does. And
my guy. Hugo. No, Shireman.
Oh, yeah, Shireman too. But Shireman, the reason why I didn't say that, because Shireman's already been stepping up. Like, he's already been playing well. So I expect the same from Shireman.
Hugo been balling in the preliminaries and qualifiers.
Yes, he has.
I can't wait. I've already seen everywhere projected starting lineup for the Celtics: shooting guard Baylor Shireman. Man, I hope he falls.
Yeah. No. So, like, I think people think, like, oh, does that mean he's a top 5 player on the team? No. The point is that he's a shooter, and we need the shooting for the to spread the court. And so, yeah, he's gonna be out there. He was out there a lot last year, and we loved every minute that he was out there.
And since coming into the league, he's progressively gotten better, not leaps and bounds, but better on the defensive side of the ball.
Look, when you're a white guy who can shoot, all we ask is effort on the wing. Just try. That's it. Just try. Because we didn't have the Kyle Korvers of the world who were traffic cones. Just try. That's all you got to do out there.
That was funny.
So, two, I saw you got a little bit excited backstage. So you like this move by my Mavs?
Listen here, I like this move. This is a sleeper move. Possibly the backup center for the Grizzlies. They got rid of JJJ, and you get their second, basically their projected starter. I love this move for Dallas. It helps out Cooper Flag. You know, he's going to be banging, but this guy's going to be banging along with him down in the front post. I like this move.
Who they get?
This move? Salomon Alamander from Memphis.
Yeah.
Salamander?
Yeah. He called him Salomon Alamander. I love that. Nah, fucking yeah. Adama's nice, man. He's nice. I like that pick for them. Hell yeah. Too right.
They got him in exchange for AJ Johnson, a 2030 first round pick, in 2 seconds.
So AJ Johnson, I thought was going to stick around a while, especially after Jaden Hardy was gone. But I guess they're just like, all right, we're just going to wash it with those young guards. They're not turning into point guards quick enough. And so, yeah, I don't mind that move at all. That's a good pickup for them.
All these moves that the Mavericks make year in and year out, and Dwight Powell's still on the roster.
No, he is not.
No, he's not. I just checked ESPN. It said he was still there.
He is not coming back. That's the rumor around here. He would not be back.
Whoa. That's just a rumor. He's still there right now, man.
My man, you got his dog.
Me personally, I think if he's back, he's gonna have a clipboard in his hand.
Oh no. It says
Oh.
free agent on the wiki.
No, bring him back.
With
The
an
ageless
all-class
wonder.
citizen.
So this guy right here, Tarek Baberovic,
Is he shooting a
Mavericks-
basketball or shooting an arrow?
What you call me?
both. He's a sharpshooter. He's a sharpshooter.
Oh, Bojan Bogdanovic.
Now this guy's a boy on cube.
Tarek.
Oh, Tara. Okay, yeah. I thought y'all got Bojan. I know he moved as well.
Now, not great defensively, but he's a sharpshooter, which we have not had here in quite some time on the outside. Now, I think Will has said something about the guards. We do have one guy coming in now.
There's a bitch in your name. You're probably not a.
Huh?
Hey, I think, look, any shooting you add to that team is helpful.
We got Marcus Sasser. He's coming back home. The nephew of Jason Sasser and the son of Gerald Sasser, I believe.
Do you realize what you got, though?
I know he's a bench. He's a role player.
No. He's only that because of where he was. I think, in my opinion, he had skill coming out of college to be a starting point guard. The problem is he's more of a bucket. You know who he reminds me of? He's very much Terry Rozier.
Really?
Yeah. The kid, you're going to enjoy having him on your team because he got some flash to his game, too. Now, he's not going to be starting because that's going to be Kyrie Irving. But that's also a great guy. Well, hopefully off the field. I mean, off the court, not as much. But that's a great guy for Sasser to be behind Kyrie because he's going to teach him a lot of things. Like, Kyrie has a lot of craft to his game because he's not explosive.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, he's going to teach a lot of that to Sasser. And that's kind of Sasser is already, he's got the ball on a string. He can really dribble. He can create. He's going to learn some things from Kyrie Irving. I like that as a backup point guard. When Kyrie Irving comes off, you coming on with a guy who can still score.
Go get a guy like Jaden Ivory.
Sometime.
Go get Jaden Ivory, dog. Dallas, dog.
Oh, Ivy,
Go
yeah.
get him.
But listen. I agree with you, Took, but I would have did that before the Sasser move.
Yeah, definitely. Sasser's a good talent.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Don't know what to expect. I'm going into it. Just, it's
Opti-
changed.
Go
I'm
in with
optimistic.
optimism. I like Sasser.
Okay. All right. That is our NBA talk. Specifically, shout out to our guy, Dale, hanging out at a debauchery environment right now, getting his World Cup on.
He's killing that Hooters. He's at Hooters right now.
That's what he told. That's what he told us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look, he's just mad he's still shooting on an 8-foot rim.
Oh, and one last bit. I've heard that we were getting former New Orleans Pelicans head coach Willie Green as an assistant.
That's good to the staff. That's good. He's really good, man. I mean, obviously, probably not a head coach.
Get that man Willie.
The assistant job, if you do well, can always get you another job in the NBA.
That's true.
Shout
Jiggy
to
and
the,
Jake, are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Tune in.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's make left turns.
Let's get ready for Jake's NASCAR. Yeah.
Oh, man, the NASCAR topic's been dry the last 2 weeks. Coach, I'm impressed with how you were able to carry it to get a great segment last week.
Hey,
So
you
let's
got
get
your
back
bro
to it.
with Took, man.
That's what I
Took-
said. I was
Took
like,
had his own.
Took carried it well last week. I loved it.
Got
And
it.
hey, I heard he's like, Jake, I hope I did you proud too. You did more than enough. You were great. You get an A++.
I am the man.
This weekend we returned to Chicago, but not for that stupid street course. We were back at Chicagoland for the first time since 2019. Last driver to win at Chicagoland was one Alex Bowman, who had himself a decent race. I think he finished 8th place this weekend. Good for him. Chase Briscoe gets his first win of the year. Good for him. He's been trying real hard. A couple of second-place finishes. Joe Gibbs Racing has officially had 3 of their 4 drivers win a race this year. Good job on that. Took, I don't even know if I told you about this, so my bad on the bad topic giving. NASCAR has an in-season challenge, if you guys didn't know. An in-season challenge basically gives the top 32 drivers a chance to race for $1 million that ends
A
at
season
Indianapolis.
challenge.
Yeah. So this week we had the Sweet 16, and the guys that have moved on in order for the matchups next week in Atlanta are Alex Bowman versus Todd Gilliland, Chase Briscoe versus Chase Elliott, Battle of the Chases. Denny Hamlin versus Christopher Bell, JGR going against each other here. And then William Byron versus Ryan Blaney. These are all fantastic matchups. The weakest of the link, obviously, is Bowman and Gilliland, who are both seated in the 20s. But, I mean, it's where you race where you go. And if I had to go ahead and make guesses on who's going to win these matchups, I think Bowman's going to beat out Gilliland. I think Briscoe beats out Elliott. I think Hamlin beats out Bell. Actually, I take that back. I think Bell beats out Hamlin because Denny's good at super speedways, but I think Bell's a little bit better, but he did break his wrist, and he's still healing from that. And I think Ryan Blaney beats Byron because Fords they excel on super speedways. But that's next week's race at Echo Park in Atlanta. That'd be great. Standings now for this after this weekend at Chicagoland. Denny Hamlin has a even bigger point differential from Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick had something go through the radiator at Chicagoland, and he finished in last place. So that doesn't help him. Or second to last place, he was able to get back out there after changing the radiator. Denny Hamlin now holds a 44-point margin over him. Big movers this week. Let's see. Chris Buescher moves down 2 spots. So does Christopher Bell. Chase Briscoe with the win moves up three spots, and it looks like Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, or Chase Elliott moved up 1 and Kyle Larson moved down. In the second stage, I believe it was, Kyle Larson hit a bad part of the track and got spun. Single spin. He didn't get tapped into by nobody. He strictly just lost control of the wheel, and that sent him to the back, and he was never able to recover it. He was 2 spots out. He got stuck in the grass. I wish I would have got a picture of it. There was one more picture I wanted to show. For the race this weekend, Bubba Wallace had a Space Jam themed car, and the car looked sweet.
He had a Space Jam themed car?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked great this weekend. It was, it had the space theme to it. It had stars on it. It was cool. And Bubba Wallace ran good all weekend too.
Can we turn that down a little bit?
Other than that, the drivers on the outside, as it still holds, Ryan Preece got moved down there. He moved down 2 spots and is now below the cut line. Joey Logano and AJ Allmendinger, and I believe the last one's Brad Keselowski, are all outside the bubble with only 7 races left in the season. So if they want to make the playoffs, they better get in gear. Other than that, Took, what you got for me from this weekend?
Oh man, they pretty much did everything. But the tournament though, because I was looking at that. I don't even know why I was looking at NASCAR, but I guess we talk about NASCAR so much, so I look at it from time to time. That challenge, you kind of just explained it a little bit to me. And I was kind of weird by it. I'm like, what? A tournament? Like, I never even knew about this, but is this something new? Something that just developed this year, son?
So, last year, they made it an official NASCAR sponsored thing, which is why they get $1 million at the Indy race. 2 years ago, and I think it was like 3 years, Denny Hamlin ran an in-season challenge, and whoever won got a shoe out of his private collection, and I think he gave him $1,000. NASCAR liked the idea so much, and it was getting so much traction that NASCAR took it up and made it for the drivers. So now NASCAR, because the All-Star race just isn't somewhat good enough for the fans to get into because it's just another race, and then the pit crew gets a little bit better because there's a challenge to see who has the best pit crew by how fast they go. They said we need something that brings the fans in. Fans make brackets of this stuff, and there are no perfect brackets left because Tyler Reddick got knocked out in the first round by Alex Bowman. It was that quick because the in-season challenge starts off at a road course. And road courses are so unpredictable for these guys that normally just go left. Road courses, you got to go left and right. So your first round, it's very hard to get a perfect bracket because they're at a road course. But yeah, no, it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races to get to Indy, and it comes down to 2 drivers, and whoever wins the in-season challenge and gets $1 million.
That's a good cake right there. Give me some up.
Yeah, really, right? Last year it came down to the 2 ties. It was Ty Gibbs versus Ty Dillon, and Ty Gibbs won because Ty Dillon's just not that good. He got there strictly off of good luck for him and bad luck for his opponents. But Tuke, if you ain't got nothing else, that's been your dash in NASCAR. We'll see you at Atlanta next week.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get ready for the home stretch of today's show. We got a couple of things in NFL news. Russell Douglas has signed with the Washington Commanders. I know we on the OT Star talked about him last week as far as being available for the Detroit Lions, but to Washington he goes. And then they have revealed the NFL Top 100 reveal. We won't go into details on it on this show, obviously, tonight, but early reveals show that Travis Kelce and A.J. Brown had dropped more than 40 spots compared to last year. Understandable for Travis Kelce.
Understandable for Travis, for sure.
A.J. Brown, though, to my Eagle fans out there, I told y'all CD was better.
And this is the thing, though. Yeah, that, in terms of that too, and then you look at that way he's going. New England is kind of like receiver friendly in a sense. I mean, they've been
absolutely. He's gonna eat up there. He's gonna eat.
So he's gonna eat, but you gotta remember too. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna play the system for sure. But AJ's gonna see what he needs to see, and hopefully he can respect that. You know what I'm saying? In the development of Drake May, and hoping that you can grow to some of those other guys too with a true number one, I guess, here. We've seen glimpses of it last year with Stephen Diggs, but we know, Stephen Diggs sometimes can, But now this is an upgrade, people will say. So, upgrade's going to ball, but those other guys too, man, I'm looking for the growth for the other receivers on the Patriots as well. Because usually when you get a guy like this, somebody definitely tips the scale.
Oh, man. It's 3-1 right now.
It's 3-1 Belgium. Listen here. Turn off the lights. It's over. Trump tried to help us, and we still couldn't do it.
Damn. All right. So, going to close out with a fairy. We're going to do a blind ranking list on the top 10 NFL running backs going into 2026. Any guess? I got 3 names on the notable snub part. Who do you think they might be before we get into actual ranking?
Chase Brown.
Nope.
Damn.
He's not a snub. He wasn't up there to begin with.
I thought he was all right.
He's solid.
I'm going to say my guy from Dallas is a snub.
Yeah, I can see that.
Devontae Williams.
He is a snub.
I'm going to say, go ahead, Will. You go next.
Snub.
Dowdle?
So out of the top 10, Dowdle's another one.
He's not in the top 10.
I don't know. Let's get into this list.
All right, I give the notable ones real fast. Kyron Williams of the Rams.
Okay.
Josh Jacobs of the Packers.
He had a down year, kind of.
And I think he got other stuff to worry about right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Quinshon Judkins of the Browns.
He just didn't have enough time. That's all it really was.
He gonna eat this year though.
Oh yeah. They don't have shit else.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull out my handy dandy notepad for this blind ranking here.
So we're gonna do it in threes at the beginning. We're gonna do 3, and then 4.
Deal.
All right. So from numbers 10, 9, and 8, what do you have, Kenneth Walker III?
I got him. Give me 2.
Okay.
So wait, I'm supposed to guess 8, 9, or 10 here, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got Kenneth Walker at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I also have Walker at 9.
And 2 had him at 9, wouldn't being at 2.
Right.
Okay. Devin A. Chain.
7 A-Chain 1 right here.
I'll put A-Chain at 8.
Okay. Will.
Yeah, if we're doing 8, 9, or 10, then yeah, he's 8.
Okay. And Brees Hall.
10.
Oh, 10. Yeah, no, we did this right. No, I think we did this right.
I think we did too.
You all are correct. Devin A. Chain is 8. Kenneth Walker III is 9. Brees Hall is 10. All right, next 3. Derrick Henry.
Still productive. I'll give him 5.
I'll give him 6.
Is this based on what they did last year or what they're gonna do this year?
Both.
That didn't make it any easier.
No, it did, because if you're including what's coming, he's gonna be the last on this list in my opinion.
Okay. So Will's got him at 7. Jake, you got him at
5.
6? 5.
I'm at 6.
Okay. James Cook III.
Oh shit.
5.
6.
6.
Jonathan Taylor.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I fucked that up. Jonathan
5.
Taylor.
Yeah, we definitely going. He's probably 6, but I gotta put him here at number 7, and I'm sorry for that.
So, according to this list, James Cook III is number 7.
Okay.
Derrick Henry is number 6.
That was almost right.
Jonathan Taylor is number 5.
So we just flipped around basically. Okay.
Now we got the top 4. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey.
2.
4.
Jake.
I'll go 3.
Okay. Jahmyr Gibbs.
1.
4.
2.
Saquon Barkley.
3.
2.
4.
Bijan Robinson.
Number 1.
3.
Where they have it, Christian McCaffrey's number 4.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
Asian, but remains one of the league's most versatile offensive weapons. Got surpassed 2,000 yards last year again. Saquon Barkley's number 3.
Ooh, got that
Gretchen
one wrong.
Starr, still considered a 3-down weapon. Despite a small dip in production last year. And they expect now that AJ's gone and they can spread the ball out for the lanes to be open for him, have a bigger season. Jahmyr Gibbs is number 2.
What?
Bijan's number 1 easily.
Bijan's number 1. He led the NFL with
Definitely not
24,
easily.
2,498 scrimmage yards last year. Dynamic blend of vision, burst, and receiving skills. And for as Gibbs, he nearly matched Robinson in first place votes. Explosive dual threat with 39 rushing touchdowns in 3 seasons.
So by definition, not easily.
Nah, it's not easily.
For me,
it can become a question of easy or not easy. Once we see Jahmyr Gibbs with that full time, I mean, though he was splitting snaps, we've seen him a lot, but now he's the guy. Like the picture, now defenses are like, we got to get him. And we don't got to worry about homie that was there with him.
I'm just saying, imagine your stats being similar.
Oh, so.
And you weren't the only guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell a lot. But Bijan, he's already been living that life. And that's why Bijan's number 1. That's all, Will. We know Gibbs this year is going to show the world why he should be number 1 and why he got these votes. You know, but Bijan's been doing it.
Let's go, Bijan. Hook him, baby.
Bijan a beast.
So, shout outs for tonight.
Shout out to you fellas.
Shout out to Nikolai
Jokic, man. Not signing that extension to next year. He's gonna see what the hell is up with the NBA.
Oh, future Celtic. Let's go.
I say Laker.
Yuck. I mean, it makes more sense though.
I know.
It makes more sense just because of like the racial component and like the fact that like he's cool with Luka. But I don't know, bro. On that team, he's not gonna have the ball in his hands all the time.
That's true.
Hey, if they end up letting go of Murray, I'll take him to pair up with Booker. UK connection there.
Yeah, I love Murray.
Man,
come here.
That's aggravating. I was so on the fence about CMC at 3-2. I should have put him at 4. Anyway, shout out to you guys. I'm happy to be back. Took a 2-week hiatus break. Had to take care of some stuff in the forefront here, but I'm back. I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yo, USA sucks, dog. I can't believe I believed in them guys.
It's terrible.
Hey, Will, the longest word in the English language is smile. The first and last letters are mile apart.
Very clever, sir.
Shout out to Miz.
We have one more week of the Parlay Perspective on Mondays. And so we're 2 weeks away from our fall schedule falling into play.
If they'll keep keeping basketball shows, we're not gonna switch you.
For real. We might just turn it into a basketball podcast.
You know what? And I was gonna say too, probably the reason why we're losing 3-1, because somebody went to go watch. He took the time to go watch the game. Bad luck Dale is in the house.
Bad juju Dale, as usual.
Ain't never watched the World Cup game all year.
And all of a sudden, they getting their ass kicked. We love you, Dale.
Love you,
You're my boy, Blue.
Never forget, you're a bum, Dale.
Why is Arnold? Arnold's a free agent right now, and he's looking at him. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, Mike. We might be related, Mike. We'll talk about it another time.
No, yeah, I heard that this weekend.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. That is funny.
Let me see. We got shout out to Dan Wynn, Bernard, Brandon, Shiesty Dale, Mike, Chuck Harmon, and Old Head One. Appreciate you hanging out with your boys.
Oh, Chuck was in here. What up, Chuck? Appreciate you.
What up, Chuck? You heard?
He said, "I believe this shit. I'm dead serious, bro." What's our sign off tonight?
Mizzo doing anything to get the black card. I love it.
USA was who we thought they were.
He said, and we let them off the hook. They are.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.